You're watching KSWO-TV, your 7 News station in Lawton and Wichita Falls.
They kidnapped him, stuck a gun in his mouth, and forced him to steal. Police say 3 people did it. They're now looking at some serious prison time. They feel the loss every day, but today they just saw it.
Just a shame. This many had to die for it.
An emotional day for veterans who paid tribute to their comrades at the Vietnam Traveling Wall.
And some big-time weather changes to come. More on that up next.
This is 7 News. You can count on us.
I'm Garret Cryer. Jan Stratton is off tonight. Frederick police say 3 people accused of kidnapping a Frederick teen and forcing him to commit a burglary could face 10 years in prison. That's first at 5. Court records show 21-year-old Roman Stanford and 23-year-old Eddie Bailey were each charged with 1 felony count of kidnapping and burglary during their initial appearance this week. A 17-year-old juvenile has also been charged as a youthful offender, but will not make a court appearance until Tuesday. Frederick police say the 3 suspects picked up the teen, drove him around for a few hours, holding him at gunpoint, stuck a gun in his mouth, and then forced him to commit the burglary.
All right, Garrett, we are 5 degrees at 9. Much more in the forecast, and just how much snow are we talking about on Saturday? More on that in just a bit. Garrett?
Thank you, David. The traveling Vietnam Wall is up in Lawton's Elmer Thomas Park. Today, people from across the area came in to read the names of soldiers lost during the Vietnam War, and for many veterans, a visit to the wall brings back memories and tears searching through the names of fallen comrades.
It just brings back a lot of memories. Some of the guys didn't make it back. It's hard sometimes. A lot of memories.
Hazel Baker lost several friends during the war, and coming to the wall is a way he pays tribute to them. That's something he says they've deserved from the public for many years.
Makes me feel good that people's coming out and looking. At least we're getting some respect now that we didn't get back in the 60s. We're getting a little bit more respect.
The wall will be set up in the park until Sunday evening, then it will be taken down and go to Taylor, Texas. Well, the fight for health care reform is taking a toll on President Obama's itinerary. For a second time, the president has put off a foreign tour to be on hand to sign the bill. That's now supposed to be Sunday, which is the time Democrats think they'll finally have closed the deal with balky House members. ABC's John Hendren has the latest from Washington.
Hoping to shepherd health care reform through Congress like that is likely to grow more heated in the coming days. House leaders plan to meet through the weekend to pass the bill. The Senate is expected to take it up next week. John Hendren, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, Oklahoma Senator Tom Coburn led a handful of Republicans who warned Democrats that they will be held accountable for any deals that might have been made to secure their votes.
Senators, we will look at every appropriations bill at every level, at every instance, and we will outline it by district, and we will associate that with the buying of your vote. So if you think you can cut a deal now and it not come out till after the election, I want to tell you that isn't going to happen. And be prepared to defend selling your vote in the House.
Several gang members have been arrested in El Paso as part of a wide-ranging investigation into the shooting deaths of 3 Americans just across the border in Juarez. The FBI says they're targeting members of the Barrio Azteca, which started as a Texas prison gang. Specifically, they're looking for information on the gang's leader in Juarez. 3 Americans connected to the U.S. consulate there were ambushed and shot to death Saturday after they left a birthday party. Roughly 200 law officers are involved in the sweep, which the FBI has dubbed Operation Knockdown. Well, more than 280 tombstones were damaged at a cemetery in Corsicana, Texas. Officials say the vandals caused at least $50,000 in damage. Some of the tombstones dated back to the 1800s. 3 young men were arrested after police found some items in the cemetery which showed evidence of a party. Cemetery workers say they're hoping to get a group of volunteers together this weekend to work on repairs.
Coming up on 7 News.
The chair could tip over unexpectedly with your child in it.
Until you get that repair kit in place, don't put your child in that high chair.
It's one of the most popular brands. You'll want to know which high chair to look out for.
All right, Garrett, no problems this evening?
No, I do not.
You should
I'm
be
off
thankful.
Saturday.
Just stay inside and watch basketball or something like that. You know, as we head toward Monday, temperatures rise again and some more thunderstorms possible, some of those strong. by the mid part of next week. Again, Friday, tomorrow looks okay, but then some big time changes on Saturday.
Thank you very much, David.
Yep.
Just ahead, we'll tell you about a bill that brought members of both parties together today and what it could mean for Americans looking for work.
You're watching 7 News. You can count on us.
There was a rare sight in Washington today, bipartisanship, with Democratic and Republican battle lines drawn over health care reform. President Obama signed a bill that passed Congress with some support from the GOP. The president said the jobs bill is a job well done. Lindsay Davis reports.
They're starting to rapidly hire again. Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
The U.S. terrorism suspect, who authorities say dubbed herself Jihad Jane online, has pleaded not guilty to all counts in federal court in Philadelphia. Colleen LaRose was accused in a 4-count indictment charging her with conspiring with jihadist fighters and pledging to commit murder in the name of a Muslim holy war. Authorities say she wanted to kill a Swedish artist who had offended Muslims. Authorities say she grew acquainted online with violent co-conspirators from around the world. They say she posted a YouTube video in 2008 saying she was desperate to do something to ease the suffering of Muslims. She was arrested in October of 2009 in Philadelphia while returning to the United States. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton urged Russia to delay launching Iran's nuclear plant until the Iranians prove they are not pursuing atomic weapons. Clinton made the comments during a press conference in Moscow with the Russian Prime Minister today.
And if it reassures the world, or if its behavior is changed because of international sanctions, then they can pursue peaceful civil nuclear power. In the absence of those reassurances, we think it would be premature to go forward with any project at this time because we want to send an unequivocal message to the Iranians.
The reactor is set to become operational this summer. The U.S. and other nations are concerned that Iran has been trying to secretly develop nuclear weapons.